Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the shadow work tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Please keep in mind this is a general reading and it's also timeless. So this may apply to situations that have already taken place in your past, things that are coming up in your current circumstances, or in the near future, or possibly even further afield. However, I feel like you will receive this message at the time when you need to receive it. Now, with regards to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the three oracle decks. So we'll start with the Dark Mirror deck, then we'll pull one from the Angelarium, then one from the Moonology. Then after that, we'll pull some tarot cards using the Wild Unknown Tarot. So, Sagittarius, let's see what's coming up for you. Just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means so much to me to have your continued support, especially as my channel is still very new and very small. It helps me to reach a wider audience, and for those who would really benefit from these messages also to receive them. So thank you so much for assisting with that. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next reading goes live on the channel. If you would like a personal reading, you can find my information in the description box, as well as the link to my Patreon, where you'll find access to exclusive tarot readings that you will not find anywhere else, as well as spiritual guidance videos and much more. So, let's get into your reading. Sagittarius, the card I got from you regarding the Dark Mirror deck was fragmentation. So yeah, I feel like in this case for you, Sag, there's a lot of confusion. Things are kind of chaotic for you and in disarray in your life, and it's starting to affect your mental well-being, right? Because you've had a lot to process. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of things have kind of just shifted around you, you know, without you having a say or even getting a real sense of what's happening. So I feel like it's creating a lot of confusion, a lot of mental strife, right? And stress and anxiety. And I feel like you're just a little muddled right now, you know, for those I'm picking up on, you know, that particular group of Sages. Yeah, it's a bit chaotic, you know, and it's like, I feel like you're spreading yourself so thinly that you're kind of leaving parts of yourself here, there, and everywhere, right? So it's kind of like scatterbrained energy is what I'm getting from this. So you might forget stuff and then leave something here and forget about this person, forget to message about that, and you know, because you've just got a lot on your plate right now because things are just shifting really fast around you. And I feel like it's putting you under a tremendous amount of pressure to the point where you feel like if something doesn't give, I'm going to crack, right? Like I just cannot continue in this energy. Like it's too much, it's overwhelming. So that's what I'm getting from this energy, from this card specifically for you right now, Sag. It's just like feeling so much like there's just all this pressure on you, right? Just feeling that you're under pressure and it's becoming too much to bear, right? So I'm sorry you're feeling like that. Let's see if we can get more insight as to what can help you at this time and what you need to be aware of, and also the signs and synchronistic events or situations you may find yourself in by looking at the Angelarium deck. Wow. Oh my gosh, I literally never get this card. I've only pulled it once before. So you've got Gabriel, Angel of Heralds, right? So this is significant. I need to go to the booklet on this one because I really don't want to butcher it, especially because I've only ever pulled it once. So I'd rather just give you the description straight from the booklet because it really is a significant energy. Okay. So, Gabriel, the guardian that stands beside the gateway between Angelarium and the rest of existence. Gabriel's lantern points into the seething darkness. Its light breaks open the unknown and banishes doubt. There's certainty in this light. It fills you. This angel issues no command. It doesn't need to. Shine, shine, little light, shine. The impetus for action burns in you. In fact, you burn in it, fueling this light. Suddenly you burst forth, blazing the way, piercing the dark, leaving change in your wake. There is light everywhere you tread. You are the light of Gabriel's lantern. The might of this angel does not command you, it aims you. And the signs for this is a lantern, a mirror, a discovery, okay? A lantern, a mirror, or discovery. So some kind of epiphany, some kind of discovery that you have, something being brought to your awareness. A mirror, seeing your reflection, triggering something within you, right? This realization. Or a lantern, okay? The light. You are the light. It's saying, like, listen, despite of the chaos that ensues around you, despite how dark may things appear at this time, you are the light that you seek, right? Everything that you need to bring order back into your life, to bring a sense of momentum, to feel like you can truly carry yourself forward with purpose and clarity, it all resides within you. So the best thing to do in this time is get into a place of stillness so you can tap into your inner light and trust that you are able to propel yourself forward, right? Also, there is divine assistance available to you if you should need it, right? So don't be afraid to reach out as well and get that additional support. Awesome. I'm really glad that card came up for you. Okay, so now let's go over to the Moonology deck and see what other guidance we can get from the divine. Because, yeah, I feel like, you know, everything around you is in disarray right now, but you have the ability to bring calm into your own being, right? You can bring a sense of stillness. Of course, all the cards go flying out. Again, chaos, right? So take time out to center yourself, to tune in with self, your higher self, tune in with source, get that clarity that you're seeking, get that support and assistance. Seriously, cards are just going everywhere at the moment. And just know that, yeah, you have what it takes to propel yourself forward, to get out of the chaos, to restore order to your life. Okay, amazing, right? So the card you got from the Moonology deck is Mutable Moon, Mutable Moon. Nothing is set in stone, right? So this is it. It's like, despite whatever's going on around you, despite the chaos, despite feeling like overwhelmed and that you can't bring a sense of equilibrium back into the situation, it's telling you, like, listen, there is nothing that's beyond your capabilities, right? That you have what it takes to bring the pieces of yourself back together. And then from doing that, restore order in your environment, right? But you have to tap into your inner light. You have to know that your reality is malleable and it's created by yourself, the collective, right? As well as there being divine assistance. So it's important that you tap into that energy and you're aware of this so that you don't feel like all hope is lost, right? Because if you're in that energy, you're not going to be able to shift anything, not even your own mindset. And that's the first thing that needs to shift, right? So, yeah, it's like you don't need to crack under pressure, right? Because the only reason you're feeling like you're cracking under pressure is because you feel you're set in place, you're set in stone, but you're not, right? You're actually malleable, you're actually more like air in this case, right? That you can shift things around in your environment, bring about winds of change, right? Set things back on course. So amazing. So let's go over to the tarot now and see what else we can find out for you. Yeah, sorry, I was getting a little muddled earlier. My brain just has a moment every now and then. Oh God, it's not easy with the verbal dyslexia, I'm telling you. Okay, I was thinking about doing a video on that one day just to explain the challenges of being a reader when you have these kind of little, you know, I wouldn't even say issues. They're not issues. They're just like, they're just things. They're just like little traits, you know. But yeah, it can be a little bit difficult when you're trying to express yourself and the words don't come out properly. But you guys get what I mean. You get it. Okay. So let's see. See what's going on with the tarot. All right. Yeah, a change of mindset is definitely required at this time for... Oh, it wanted to come out... It came out reverse, but then it flipped. Like it wanted to come out in the upright. So I will take it in the upright then. So, yeah, a change of mindset is absolutely needed at this time. Because it's like... You're not able to free yourself from the burden until you do. Because you're starting to read as well with the 10 of Wands in reverse. So this is your energy along with Leo and Aries, you know, fire energy. So it's a case of how can you drop a burden when your mindset is not even clear, right? And that's the problem. It's not even about dropping burdens. It's about creating, you know, order out of disarray, because that's what I'm getting so clearly. Like there's just disarray all around you at this time. But it's also a mirror, like I'm saying, a reflection of the disarray within your own mind. And that's kind of what this was bringing up, you know, as a sign, a mirror, right? There'll be some kind of realization or discovery, possibly even just from hearing this reading, that, you know, your environment is reflecting the chaos within yourself, right? So that's the first thing you need to do. It's like, if you want to bring order back into your life, you need to bring order back into yourself, right? The macrocosm is a mirror of the microcosm. So that's why having moments of stillness, checking in with yourself, asking for divine assistance, really tapping into your inner light and knowing that you can bring peace into any situation. Getting into that energy is going to be much easier to do so, right? To start really getting things organized and making sense again, and, you know, feeling like there is some element of control here. Now, when it comes to the next card, the 8 of Swords in reverse, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, you know that, you know, essentially, like, it's not even a case of you having to wait for the right moment in order to spring into action. It's like you have to, you know, take control of your thought process. You have to take control of your emotions, right? So you can get clear, not be ruled by them, not be overwhelmed by, you know, the stimuli around you as well. And just know that, okay, let's take this, you know, let's be really methodical about this and take it step by step. You know, first thing, I need to take care of myself. Let me sort myself out, and I can start, you know, working out the kinks in my environment. So it's really just knowing that, right? Next card you have is the Queen of Wands in reverse, fire energy, your energy, along with Leo and Aries again. So I feel like this is you, right? Queen of Wands in reverse, Mother of Wands. So it's a case of you're not in your zone right now, far from it. You feel like your fire has been like, I don't even feel like you feel your fire is extinguished or anything like that. I feel like you just feel it's rampaging around you and you're just kind of a bystander to it at this point. You know, like you have no control over it again. I get a sense of hopelessness and feeling like you can't control your own environment. Especially for those of you who have children, I feel like you're in a space where you're like, I can't even control my own family, let alone everything else that's taking place right now. And I feel like the message here is not about control of external influences, other people, or so much, you know, the situations that you face. It's more about having control back over yourself and your thought processes and what you give power to, what you what kinds of thoughts and feelings that you put that you give awareness to, that you give attention to, right? Because then you're fueling that. So if you're focusing on the negative so heavily, then you're feeding that, right? Whereas if you're trying to focus on solutions and the positives and, you know, taking strides, like being aware of what's going wrong, but, you know, looking at it from like, okay, this isn't working, so what can I do to fix it realistically? What are my options here? And then exploring them. That's a much healthier mindset for you to be in, and it makes you feel like you are regaining control of the situation. It's not that you can prevent certain things from taking place, but you can then spring into action and take the necessary steps that you need to make or can take, right? The next card is the Six of Wands in reverse. Fire energy. Lots of fire in your reading, because like I said, I feel like it's just an inferno around you at this time. But I feel like, yeah, it's like if you really want to get to the other side of this, if you want to feel free and that things are making sense and they're clear and there's space and room to breathe again, you need to create that room and that air and that space within your own mind. That always begins, you know, it always begins within first, as you know. So there's some things that may be coming up to, you know, in your environment that's mirroring what needs to be addressed within yourself at this time, right? So there is a need for some shadow work here, but I feel like it's mostly not about shadow work, but more about your perception and your thought process and how you manage stress, how you manage change, right? How you deal with change, your responses to change, right? That may need looking at, right? And your assumptions, that's a big point as well. That perhaps you have assumptions that lean more towards the negative. So that needs addressing, okay? So it's a lot of things within the self that needs to be doubted, questioned, re-examined, and then possibly altered, right? Adjustments are probably required when it comes to your thought process, when it comes to your perception and your assumptions, right? And then the next card you have as a potential outcome is the Mother of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a water sign, or you could have it prominently in your chart. Regardless, I feel like once you do this processing and you have this realization and that you realize that the miracle you're seeking outside yourself is actually yourself, and you start pouring back into your cup, start nurturing yourself, being a mother to yourself at this time, you know, giving yourself guidance, giving yourself support, encouraging yourself, believing in yourself. That's when you'll start to turn things around. And I believe with this showing up as your potential outcome, you'll do just that, right? So that's actually really a great way to end the reading for you, Sagittarius, because yeah, it's not easy when you're in the thick of it and everything's just kind of suffocating you and you're just like, oh, it's too much, I can't deal with it. But then when you have a moment to just chill your face and detach from it, and you do all this processing, you have the realizations, you know, you make the necessary adjustments, and you really pour back into yourself at this time, that's when you'll see it change. That's where you'll see things feeling lighter, you feeling like you can breathe again, and starting to see order restored in your environment. So Sag, I really hope this helps you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Don't forget to hit the notifications bell as well. So yeah, I'm sending you a lot of support, and remember, you've got divine assistance there on tap as well, which is amazing, right? As I said, this is a very powerful card. I don't get that like ever. So you have help in very high places available to you, so don't forget that. But sending you lots of love, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.